Welcome back to the kitchen at Andersen Acres. Today we're going to be making strawberry butter. This is a really easy compound butter that you can make at home. You don't have to buy it. The first thing you're going to need is half a cup of butter. That's butter that I made. You can use store-bought butter. It's fine. You don't have to make it yourself. I just happen to make my own butter, so that's what I'm using. Salted or unsalted? I am using a salted butter. I just find it preserves the butter better. You can use unsalted. So the first thing we need to do is turn this on and soften that butter up. I am going to time lapse and mute the sound during this part. Okay, that only takes a few seconds really. So you can also do this with a fork and a bowl, but I'm using the mixer just because my hands are sore today. Next ingredient, you need what amounts to about 1/4 cup of strawberries. Now you can use frozen strawberries or fresh strawberries. It really doesn't matter. I happen to have frozen strawberries in the fridge from summer, so in the freezer. You don't keep frozen stuff in the fridge. But I do happen to have the frozen strawberries in the freezer from last summer, so that's what I'm using. Now, I'm allergic to strawberries, so this butter isn't for me. This is for my mom. In addition to those strawberries, so I used about 5 decent-sized strawberries. You need about 2 tablespoons of honey. Okay, thereabouts. Then you need about 1/2 teaspoon of lemon zest. Okay, this just kind of punches up the tartness. You want it a little sweet, a little tart. Now we're going to turn this back on until everything is well incorporated. And then always stop, because what's going to happen is your butter is going to adhere to your sides. So stop and scrape the sides down. Okay, stop and scrape the sides down, or you're going to find all your ingredients except the butter are down in the middle there. Okay, and you're not going to get an incorporated butter. So make sure you stop when you need to, scrape everything down, and then drop your paddle and go again. Okay, again, we're going to stop, take our silicone spatula, and make sure we're getting everything off the bottom and the sides. So you can do this with a fork. I prefer not to, because I'm just going to smash the strawberries a little against the side, because my strawberries are actually a little bit frozen still, even though they've been thawing on the counter, but they haven't been thawing very long. My idea of thawing something on the counter is leaving it for 20 minutes and then being like, that's good. Okay. So I should have thawed them more, but I don't. So should you? Yeah. Do I? No. But ideally, you should let everything thaw completely. Okay, again. And this is the point where I stop using the mixer and I literally use my hands. Obviously your hands need to be clean, but I find using my hands mixes this particular compound butter a lot better at the end. At the beginning, you're like needing to soften your butter and stuff like that. So you are going to have some some strawberry residue left at the bottom. That's okay, because we're going to do something with that in a second. Okay. Get that really well mixed. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our butter mold. Yes, I'm using a butter mold. It's a good idea to use a butter mold. What we're going to do is pick up most of the butter in your hand and pour some of basically, we're going to turn this, pour some of the basically strawberry goo into the bottom. Not all of it. Okay, just some of it. Push that around. Now we're going to take our strawberry butter and put it in there. Okay? And you want to really squish it in there. Yes, it'll squish out, but you are trying to get your mold, your butter, as much in that mold as possible. So this is messy, but you want that butter really down in that mold because it's way too easy for it to not end up there, right? You got air holes, you get all kinds of stuff. So that's what you want to do, and you want that layer of strawberry on the bottom. Okay? It's okay if it gets a little wonky. We are going to freeze this so it comes out a little bit better. And I can tell there's like an air pocket here. I can feel it. So really kind of check your butter because there's going to be a couple of holes. You're going to feel them. You can feel them when you start pushing that butter down. There's going to be spots where that butter goes down easier. And you can tell like there's no hole there. There still is one right here. Okay? Don't worry about some of the strawberry goo coming out. That's fine. We're not worried about that. Okay, I need a little more butter because there's a hole there. There's definitely a hole there. I can feel it. Okay. Now we're going to stick this in the freezer so it can come out looking awesome. We're going to clean up the counter. Then we will come right back as soon as this is actually frozen, because it's obviously not frozen right now, but it's important that you freeze it so you can unmold it easily. Remember, we do have that layer of strawberry on the bottom. That layer is going to turn into the top right away. Well, I think our strawberry butter is probably set. So we're going to pop it out. Hopefully it's completely set. It's been a couple of hours in the freezer. So we're just going to pop it out. And this should live in the freezer, by the way, because it's got that compote on top, which is awesome. Wrap that up. Give it to my mom. That's the plan. So, there we go. All finished, ready to get wrapped up. Well, I hope you enjoyed making strawberry butter with us here today at Andersen Acres. It was a lot of fun for me, and I hope you come back next time. We'll see you tomorrow.